Hello, in today's video, I'm sharing some holy grail beauty products that I can't live without. I swear by these, and if something happened to them, I would immediately replace them. That actually did happen recently, which is what prompted me to do this video. I use these products all the time, and I thought I would share them with you today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. Let's go ahead and get into these 7 or 8 products that I just can't be without. I think it was around 9 months or a year ago that I first discovered Necessaire. I've shared so many of their products in countless videos because they really work to help revamp my dry body skin. They've gradually become my go-to holy grail body care brand. The whole premise behind the brand is facial grade skincare for the body. After all of these months of raving about their products, I finally have a promo code to share with you, and I'm excited to be partnering with them for this portion of today's video to share the Body 3-Step, which features 3 body care essentials packed with facial grade skincare ingredients for the body. Now, I've repurchased the body lotion at least twice now. It is a staple for me. I will not be without. It's a truly fragrance-free daily multivitamin moisturizer that nourishes, moisturizes, and strengthens your skin. It's got niacinamide and peptides to help strengthen the skin barrier, plus vitamin C and E and some omega fatty acids. This is fantastic if you have dry or sensitive skin. I love the texture, love the consistency. The next product that's in this set is the body wash, and I'm holding up 2 because I have my replacement right here in the eucalyptus scent, and this has been living in my shower. This is sandalwood. The fragrances that they have are very earthy and light and just really refreshing. They're not synthetic. They don't use synthetic fragrances. This also comes in bergamot and fragrance free as well. This is a daily multivitamin cleanser that starts with this gel-like consistency and it transforms into this really just lovely luxurious lather that cleanses, nourishes, balances the skin. It's non-stripping. It just leaves my skin feeling nice and soft. The deodorant gel is my newest Necessaire discovery favorite. I've already put this in a couple of videos. I already have a replacement. This is the eucalyptus scent. It also comes in fragrance free. It has no baking soda, no aluminum, no parabens. Nothing bad is in this deodorant. It's a clear, quick dry roll-on that's designed to help with odor control, skin tone or discoloration, and texture if you have some bumpy skin under your arms. It's got a 5% AHA multi-acid complex along with the multivitamin complex, niacinamide, panthenol, some other really nice ingredients. I find it's very soothing, and it is one of the only natural deodorants that has consistently worked for me and been comfortable while continuing to work. I love this stuff, and I feel like I've been using this same bottle forever, but I have a ton left. If you bought those 3 products separately, it would be $65, but the Body 3-Step is $50 plus. With my code stephbmarie10, you can save 10%, and they have 2 scent choices, fragrance free or eucalyptus. This is a brand that I absolutely love. I'd love to know in the comments below if you've tried Necessaire or if you're planning on trying it. And if so, what are your thoughts? As I'm nearing the end of my tube of Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Fluid Powder Foundation, I'm realizing I can't be without this. I will immediately go buy a new one. This is not your typical liquid to powder formula. I don't typically like those. I know I've talked about this in several videos because this is a holy grail product for me. So I'll try to keep this brief, but I just don't even know if I've conveyed how much I use this and in how many different ways. This is very liquidy. It blends out easily, but it dries quickly. So you do kind of have to apply it in sections, very similarly to how I apply Estee Lauder Double Wear. I'll link that video down below and up in a card so you can check that out after you finish this video. But I mean, I can apply this very quickly. The magic of it is that it basically erases my pores no matter how sheer I go, and I can take this from sheer up to, I would say, between medium and medium full coverage, depending on how I apply it. But it also keeps me shine free all day long and all night long, which is magical in the hot, humid environment that I live in. So I can wear it by itself, just set with powder the way I normally do. I can put a sheer layer underneath powder foundation. I also really love mixing this in with other foundations that give me a little bit of shine in my T-zone as the day goes on. This prevents that from happening, but it doesn't take it into makeup-y looking territory because this looks like skin. This is my no makeup foundation that I usually choose because it's so low maintenance and it evens everything out and just looks really beautiful, but it can fool people that it is my skin. So for the versatility alone and just how flattering it is, I can't be without it. I will be replacing it. If you have been hesitating on this because you think it's your typical fluid to powder formula, it's really not. I think there's a reason why those of us that love it the way we do. Let me know in the comments what your no makeup foundation is. I'd love to hear that. And maybe I haven't tried some of them and I can check them out. When it comes to setting my concealer under my eyes, I will mess around with other powders, but I always come back to Pat McGrath. I don't even think the name is on here anymore. I do already have a backup of this. This is her under eye setting powder. It is the light shade. It looks white, but it's actually translucent. This formula is so beautiful and sheer, very finely milled. You can dust it under your eye. You can use a sponge. And I like that this light shade really brightens without looking white under my eyes, and it doesn't emphasize the dryness that I have in that area or the texture. It just always looks nice and flattering. It's a nice portable size. It's easy to use. I just realized once I hit pan the first time, I needed to get a backup, and I did. I'm not saying I never use other powders under my eyes. I do, but this is my holy grail. I just don't think I'll ever be without. You know, I used to talk about Armani eye tint in cold copper a lot, and it kind of stopped. Probably because I felt like I talked about it all the time and you were probably sick of hearing about it. But I also had the old formulation in the tall tube with the silver lid, and I had never gotten this one. I had this new bottle formulation in rose gold, which I love. So we were on a trip recently, and I left my makeup bag with my brushes and the tall things in it in the hotel room, or it just got lost somewhere. I don't know, but the original cold copper was in there, and I realized I didn't want to be without it. So I bought the new version, finally ran out of backups of the old version. I've had a few of you really want me to try this because you don't seem to like this formula as much as the old one. I really like it. I've been messing around with it. It is what's on my eyes today. I find it wears well with or without a primer. I don't have an eyeshadow primer on today. I don't have any creasing. I find the pigmentation is there. I just swipe the applicator all over my eye and buff out the edges. And I actually like the shape of this new applicator because it allows me to get right in the corner very easily. This shade is such a beautiful taupey neutral shade that anyone could wear. I can't be without it. It's just such an easy one and done product. It's always flattering. It doesn't dry down and get dry looking or crinkly or make your eyelids look older than they are. It's comfortable and flattering, and it's a great shade that apparently I cannot be without. Several months ago, I realized my Tarte Tartelette in Bloom palette was not applying or wearing the same as it used to. It was pretty old. My eyes would get irritated when I would wear it. I had to get rid of it. I tried being without it, and then in the end decided I couldn't be without it. This is a palette that I just have to keep in my life. This lives on my vanity. I keep it here. I keep it handy so that I can reach into it whenever I need it. And I do get full looks from it, but I tend to reach into it even when I'm using other products. I line with these three shades over here all the time. Any of these mid-toned mattes are great transition shades. This is excellent on the brow bone. The shimmers are beautiful. I can get a one and done look. I can get a complex eye look, daytime, nighttime, and I can pull from this to use with other palettes if they don't have certain shades in them. A lot of palettes I get don't have a highlight for the brow bone. They don't have a liner. Some of them don't even have anything for the transition, and I can always get the perfect tone from here. It's a great, truly neutral palette to have, and I just won't be without it. I have to put this one on the screen. The replacement is on its way to me, and this is a brush that I left in that makeup bag when we were on our trip. I realized I can't be without it, so I have another one on the way. So this is a tiny slanted eyeliner brush from BK Beauty that I didn't realize was essential until I didn't have it. As I've gotten older and I have some little folds, creases that go down below my lash line, I'm realizing having a tiny angled eyeliner brush is so much better and easier for me than having just the regular size because it gives me more control. So this one that I'm holding is from Sigma. Just to give you a size reference, this is roughly the same size as the BK Beauty, but they're structured completely differently. The bristles are taller on this one. It's also more flexible. The BK Beauty brush is the perfect length, the perfect density, the perfect width, and apparently I can't be without it. I just really need it when I'm doing the little flick that I do to give my eyes a little bit of an uplift. Even if I smudge it out after, it gives gives me more pigment there. This one has too much give. The bigger ones, they just don't work as well. So that is a product that I didn't really know I needed until I didn't have it. So if you're having trouble with your standard angled eyeliner brush, you may want to give a small one like this a try. I just find it so much easier to use. Also in said makeup bag was a product that I've been raving about pretty recently, and so some of you might be sick of hearing about it, but it is my new Holy Grail brow pencil. This is the IT Brow Power Micro in the shade Universal Taupe. This has that teeny tiny little dash shape that I just love in a brow pencil. Hoping I can do this while I'm talking to you, that just lets you create those hair-like strokes. If you don't have the time to deal with a pen, most days I don't, and you have kind of sparse brows that you need filling in and you don't want something smudgy, this isn't waxy. You get a nice line that's not too harsh of a line when you press down. This shade is really nice for me too. It wears well all day. I just love this thing so much. I think I put this in another video where it replaced another Holy Grail, but I didn't realize how much I really needed this until we got back. I realized that makeup bag was gone and I started using some other brow pencils and I really missed this one. So I replaced it immediately and now I have it back in my life. You know, thinking back, I don't really remember what I did before I had some kind of a detangling brush in my life when my hair was wet, specifically the wet brush. I guess I used a wide tooth comb, but I find the wet brush to be so much easier and such a necessity. And I think part of it is that I can use it not only to brush out my wet hair, but I can also dry part of my hair with it too. And of course I can use it to brush out my dry hair. There are a bunch of different versions of this. I have the Epic Professional. My daughter Brooke, who has very tangly hair, has one of the pro versions. There have been a few days where I haven't been able to find it because I'll just be brushing my hair walking through the house and I'll leave it somewhere. And I try to use another brush and I just can't. There's nothing else that works quite the same. I do have some tangle teasers. This one is a travel tangle teaser right here, which are fine if my hair is dry and I just want to give it a quick brush, but they don't work the same for me on wet hair. I've had this one for a long time, so it's not really in premium condition, but it also shows how much I use it. And if something happens to it, I will replace it immediately. I feel like it helps save my hair from so much damage. If you're curious about how some of the newest foundations will work for your skin, if you have mature skin, you're over 40 like I am, I'll have my most recent foundation roundup here so you can check it out. And of course, everything I talked about in the video is down in the description box. I'd also love to hear in the comments what some of your favorite go-to can't live without products are that you would replace immediately if something happened to them. Leave those for me. I'd love to read through those. I hope you enjoyed this and found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up and be sure to check out my Necessaire code if you're interested in the Body 3 step or any Necessaire products. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!